I'm Rod at ListenLoop, and today we're going to talk about ad personalization, what it means for your campaigns, and why you should deploy this as part of your ongoing digital marketing strategy for ABM. So let's dive into it. Ad personalization. Let's first start with, what is it? Ad personalization refers to the ability to dynamically personalize your ad unit. In this case, this is a 300 by 250 square, medium rectangle as it's known, and it's your ad unit. Now, wouldn't it be great if for each target account you're going after, you can personalize the ad and really show them something that will get them to really pay attention? That is the promise of ad personalization. At ListenLoop, our flavor of this is that we take your logo and then we dynamically swap out this other placeholder logo for each account that you want to target. So if you're targeting Delta, if you're targeting American Airlines and Southwest, we automatically swap in their logos and as a result create an eye-catching moment when the ad is delivered, fades away a few seconds later, and then actually delivers the ad unit that you uploaded into our system. So on average, clients can see increased engagement that depends on their industry. We encourage you to A/B test that in the platform to make sure it's appropriate for your use case. But let's go a little bit deeper. What more could you do with ad personalization? Well, if you had ad personalization, you could also do some other interesting formats, such as injecting company name templates and tokens into your ad units. Now, this is something that ListenLoop offers in the retargeting product only, but essentially you could have a placeholder that says token company name, let's say welcome. And what that does is that for each individual company, we would substitute the token and say Southwest welcome, and then whatever copy you want to have on your website. So for each individual company, we would swap this out and you would create, again, personalization at scale that's tied to the account information. That's pretty cool. Now, why did ListenLoop decide to use logos as opposed to tokens in the net new advertising product? Well, the answer is quite simple. After doing years of this approach where you can dynamically change text on the fly, what we found is that graphics perform a lot better in terms of catching the attention of an individual at an ad-supported publisher site, like CNN.com. And so what you can do in this situation is create more engagement by showing someone their logo than by text. As you could see here, already all these letters start blending into each other, and it's actually a lot harder to catch and perceive that your company name is being used in an ad in this way. So it is a very powerful method. However, we find that logos are an even more powerful method that really catches attention. Okay, I'm going to extend this briefly and hit you with a bonus round, and that's web personalization. So what could you do, what would you do if you had these capabilities? So the canonical example in this environment is you've got your website and you usually have some kind of H1 tag at the top, right? This is typically the kind of brand positioning statement for your company. At ListenLoop, it's advertising tailor-made for account-based marketing. It's in big, bold letters above the fold on our website. Wonderful. So with web personalization, one of the advantages of this approach is that you can inject additional content somewhere in the HTML of your website. So you could say, welcome, Delta. ListenLoop is advertising tailor-made for account-based marketing. We just keep the H1 tag. So that's pretty cool. It creates that eye-catching moment. It makes it create a personalization that is specific to Delta when they visit your website. If it's not Delta, falls back and just does not display this specific line, and you still have your individual website. So what's the goal of all this? It's to increase engagement from your target list of accounts. And that's something that you want to do because ultimately engagement is a leading correlation indicator of opportunity closing and engagements that your sales team has actually won. So that's really the goal. We're starting with ad personalization, and web personalization is the next frontier where we can start dynamically modifying your website. So if you have any questions or feedback on these types of functionalities, I encourage you to leave a comment below. And as always, share the knowledge on LinkedIn. Again, this has been Rod at ListenLoop. Thanks for your time.